She's back. Hmm. It's one of those days where I'm having to push myself. Push myself out of my own little space. Sorry for that little bouncy bounce. I'm going to speak loudly. I don't want to turn off that air conditioner. I know it makes that awful noise, but hang with me. I'm going to sit here and wait for people to join me. I'm in a very contemplative space. Contemplative, maybe that sounds better. And so we're going to go contemplate together. Is that Anne? Whoever's there, tell me who you are. Say hi. I'll say hi back. It's inward kind of day. That's what I'm feeling. It's a very inward kind of day. It's a day for me where we all have those days when we're working internally on things and we're not quite ready to allow it. It's not quite fully cooked. And so I've got some things that I'm working on that are deep inside of me. And so if I seem a little bit off, it's nothing other than I am working on some deeper issues. And that's the way it works. We get these challenges in life and then we take them on and we carry them around for a while and we work with them. It's like, okay, all right, here's my new assignment. It's my homework. I'm going to work with this a little while and see where it wants to go. So I'm in the process of doing some homework, some deep inner work. The work keeps getting deeper. Hi, Angel. The work for all of us, I think. I see someone else. I'm not sure who's here. I'm going to try to take it slow and not rush into this because it feels like it's just now developing. Oftentimes it's one of those I got nothing days where I come on and I'm like, okay, guys, what do you want to bring? And all of a sudden I opened up and it was like, okay, here it comes. So hang with me. Stick with me here. Hi, Lisa Kessler. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Joel, Angel, all my friends. I'd love to see you guys pop in with me. Let me know if I'm not speaking loudly enough. I know the air conditioner is crazy loud. It is getting hotter outside. I don't want to turn it off because I'll sit here and suffocate the whole time I'm doing the show. So I'll speak loudly. Good morning, Michael. So it's all about that contemplation today. It's about being in stillness. I've been getting that message a lot. I really need you to hear me on that we have these two pieces. We have a lot of pieces, but mainly we have this very conscious physical self, and we have this higher self, this evolution that we're going through, this evolution of the soul kind of thing going on. And so it's easier and easier for us to connect to our higher selves. We're pulling them into alignment together. And so we're walking around, and instead of just being this little small self, we're remembering how our own greatness. We're remembering how well connected we are to the other side. But that doesn't negate the idea that we are still walking around here. We have relationships with people. We have family. We have those romantic. We have significant other. However, we have children. We have cousins. We have nephews and nieces. We're still very physical, right? And not all of those people that are in our world are really into the idea of moving forward. Many of them are very stuck in their very this comfort zone of discomfort is the way I call it, because I know it's not really a very happy place to be, but it is what it is. You know, it is comfortable. We are comfortable in our discomfort. We many times will manifest that in our relationships. If we've had a relationship with our father that wasn't that great, we tend to navigate towards our relationship will be something that with someone, I did it for 20 years. We'll navigate towards someone who also makes us uncomfortable, because in that discomfort we are comfortable, because that's what we know, right? And we love to navigate towards those things that we know, and especially those things that we experienced as a child. Those are very hard to overcome. It really takes a lot of conscious effort to say, this is a pattern that I need to change, because I've been stuck in something my whole life and I don't want to continue that. And I see people, it makes me kind of sad, because when I look at the news or I talk to people who are still very much stuck in their 3D reality, it really makes me sad. Let me tell you something. I think it's a good idea to tell it. I'm waiting for the go-ahead. We formed a group. There's a group of people that I've worked with for months and months on end, and I trust them. I trust them at a soul level. I trust them. I allow myself to go deeply into meditation with these people, because I know that they can go there. I know that they are people that I can trust, that we can stay pretty clear and we have a good connection. And so we got together yesterday and tried something different. And we're literally, when I started really spending time with where we went yesterday, it was pure bliss together. We went to this place and it was heaven. It was going into this place of that's how we really feel. It was that sense of, because I know that from experiencing Steve's energy, I know that on the other side, when we step out of physical, we find this overwhelming, unconditional love, pure connectedness, just an absolute bliss all the time. There's never, like the message that he gave me not too long after he passed was, there's never a rainy day. There's never a day when you feel down or depressed or uncomfortable. You know, you're never hungry. You never long for something that you can't just instantly manifest. And so in these meditation groups, and this is not the only one, I experienced another one that someone else was doing in a different way than me, but in the same idea of allowing ourselves, now that you kind of come online with your higher self and you're learning what your higher self, how your higher self operates. You got this larger operating system. And so once you get into that place, when you allow your higher self to come in, and hi Rebecca, and kind of run the show, you can find yourself in the most amazing, blissful places. There is not a drug on the planet that can make you feel as good as taking a trip to the other side. Your body experiences it. Your body says, wow, we came out of that yesterday in an altered state. If we'd had all sat around and smoked weed together, we probably wouldn't have been anywhere near as close, nowhere near as close as what we actually experienced. And so the only reason I'm telling you that is because there is this evolution going on, this connectedness to those people who are willing to move forward, willing to say, okay. And when we gather, there is this sense of expansiveness, as if, yes, we're all these separate little beings, and yet, oh, let me tell you what I saw while I was in there too. I can really go into this. Hi, Rebecca. I think I said hi. The clearest vision that I had when I was in there, and I need you to really see if you can take this in, okay? So I kept seeing this wave like water. But it wasn't, when I was farther away, it looked like water. It looked like it was brownish or tannish. And as I got closer into it, kind of zoomed in, I realized that it was all these tiny little balls, like flexible. I don't know if you know what Orbeez are, if you ever get those drinks called bubble tea, whatever it is, boba tea. And it has the tapioca. And the tapioca kind of takes in whatever color fluid they soak it in. Well, this looked a lot like that. They were very squishy bubbles, but there was millions of them. And they flowed like the ocean. They flowed together. And the color of them was every skin tone I've ever seen. There was tans, there was darker browns, there was blacks, there was not really black because I don't consider that. It's more of the skin tone color, very, very dark. There was very pale, like me. There was every skin tone possible in this wave, and it was just, they were just all blended perfectly together. There was no like, oh, that one's different than me, that one's different. They didn't try, they were all in together, and there was no segregation there at all, I promise. Everything was just kind of flowing together perfectly. And I realized that these are like eggs, these are like pieces. After a while it was like, that's me. It's not just every soul in the universe, these are all souls waiting for their opportunity to come into physical. But it wasn't just, there's no way to count them, like billions of them. And I thought, well, that's just all of us, a collective, all of us in this place of just flowing together perfectly. And then after a while, they showed me that that is all of my possibilities. I thought that was all of humanity, that was all of us in one place. And then I came to the realization that that is you and that is me specifically, those billions of opportunities to move through life as different, as all kinds of different beings, looking different, approaching life different, having different experiences. That's me. And that's you. You have that same wave of energy, all of those little pieces of yourself, billions and billions, you can't even count how many parts, how complex you truly are. So The idea here is that we often think very, very small. We walk around the planet and we think, this is me. I'm me. This is it. That's all you get. And it's not true. It's absolutely couldn't be further from the truth. You have so many unlimited possibilities of what you can experience, how you can experience it, how you will deal with it, because it's not only just the experience itself that you're drawing in, but then it's how you decide to handle that experience then sends you off in a billion other opportunities. So you can all of those little bubbles that I saw are all the opportunities that I've got to experience life in whatever way I choose. And it was so incredible to see it. Every time I close my eyes, I see that wave of all of those little beings. It was so perfect the way that they flowed together. And I realized that that is so much, what's a good word? It is the idea, it's my idea of complete abundance, of never ending, of unlimited potential in every way. And so my soul showed me that unlimited abundance potential for everything and anything, and no anything to stop me. Isn't that cool? Hi Linda, Lynn, hi Carol, hi Laura. I'm mixing you all together. Laura, Carol, Lynn, you all popped in at the same time. So please know that when we go deeper into these meditations, very deeply together, it's beautiful that we're all going in there together. It's absolutely amazing. We expand each other, we help each other to move into a space, and it's very, very beautiful because we have that connectivity, but it's singular too. So as you go into these deep spaces, you can sit in your own room and go deeply into these spaces. You are a lot more talented with that than you think that you are. But you also can go deeply with others, and then all of us start blending together, because there is that, what I keep trying to keep speaking of, is that singular connectedness. And like we all have our opportunities. We created this opportunity to be in our own space, to be all by ourselves here. And then we went, oh, every baby goes, well, what was I thinking? And look at that newborn baby screaming, I don't want to be separate. They know more than we do. I don't want to be separate. What was I thinking? All of a sudden I have no connections to anyone else. I'm reminding you today that I know that when you were born, you took on the idea that you were singular, that you were all by yourself, but you're not, and you never could be. We are very, very connected to the other side. We are all very connected to this beautiful golden cord that connects us to one another, to the angels, to everyone on the other side also. And so that energy flows when we allow it. It's important to be careful who you're sharing energy with. We all know that. It's important to take on that air of protection. You know, Archangel Michael loves to just, okay, I gotcha, you're good. But in that space of I'm protected and I'm safe, and I want to feel my connectedness to all that there is. I don't want to just walk around the planet anymore feeling like I'm all by myself anymore. I want to feel that connection to everything that is. And that's where we went yesterday. And that's what's possible. That's, to me, this is the greatest gift that I've received in a long time, is this deeper connection to those around me, those who are willing to go there. And not everyone is ready. And some of you may think I'm crazy. Not everyone is ready yet. But those who are preparing for that kind of deeper connection are finding heaven. That's what's on the other side. It takes us back to our very beginning. That's where we went, to the very beginning of everything that we ever were and ever could be. To that place of that wave of unlimited potential, where we just were a part of that soup that was flowing so perfectly together. And then all of a sudden, one of them plucked out and said, okay, here we go, we're putting this one into physical. And it became physical form. Unlimited, you are unlimited potential, unlimited potential. You're in this beautiful flow, and when you let go of the idea that you're only physical, you allow yourself to go to that place of, oh, I don't have any limitations. The sky isn't even the limit. I can fly, I can do whatever, I can take myself to those places. And so understand that if you go through this even deeper, that this brings us to a place of I don't know how many of you listen to Bashar. I was listening the other day. I've never been all that deeply into Bashar because of it always kind of weirded me out. And then once I started paying more attention to him and listening to his story, I was like, oh, he's kind of cool. He really is cool. But he was speaking of like this extraterrestrial energy. Okay, so you've got the Earth here, and say you've got a rocket, something over on one side of it. I can't do it all at one time, and it's over here on this side. And we think, in our very limited way of thinking, that we have to go all the way around it to get to the other side of it. And what he teaches, what they teach, is that you can go, they have technology that you go right through the middle. That's why they get places faster. And I started really talking about this with my daughter yesterday, and it connects to this deep meditation. So I'm going to come full circle in a second. Imagine now that you are realizing that you are energy, you are pure energy. You're the most amazing energy that ever existed. You are just, this is everything. You are a piece of all of that, and you are energy. So is the earth, so is this desk I'm sitting at, so is everything else. And energy has all energy, all of these different things that we're looking at around us, they all vibrate at different speeds. And so some of them vibrate really, really slow and they become solid. And some of them vibrate really, really fast and they are not solid. So when you step out of physical form, your vibration raises really, really high. It goes super high, and suddenly you're no longer physical. You are then energy. Right? Are you with me so far? Pure energy that can really go anywhere and do anything. Steve has shown that to me. He just kind of comes in and I'm like, hello, sitting in my lap. Hello, mister. So, we're still in physical form. Follow me here. Do we have to die? Do we have to leave physical in order to have that experience of travel? I don't know, astral travel is the correct way of putting this, but of traveling through time and space, of through solid objects. We have radio waves. We have these, I'm not going to go deeply into science, but we have waves that go through, energy moving all the time. Right? We have this belief system that we are physical beings, that we can't move from here to there without physically moving our bodies. So what we're coming to, this is evolution, and I might be blowing some minds, and it's okay. What we are coming to is the realization that as we change our vibration, and we vibrate higher and higher and higher, I'm not fully conscious of the whole process yet, but I know that the vibration coming up higher and higher and higher, which is what we're learning to do, is we're letting go of our lower vibrational energies. We're letting go of that, everything that comes from fear. It pulls our vibration way up here. So what are the possibilities? What are the possibilities? Help me with this, you guys. It goes really deep. But hi Kimberly, is there that possibility that we suddenly have the opportunity to be someplace else? Like this? And the answer is right now, yes. Even though my body stays here in this chair, if I'm doing a session with someone, and I connect to you, and you have illness in your body, you have stuck energy, you have something going on, I am connecting literally. I am there with you, and I'm connecting to your energy, and I'm looking about to see what's going on, and I'm working with that energy. And I'm helping to release that energy, and it's moving. We're already doing that. We already have been for some time. Energy medicine works like that. We can be energetically any place on the planet. We could go to the moon just by really focusing on it. So I'm sure this is going to go a lot further because we're really just scraping the surface. And I don't want to sit here and talk deeply, but I want you to understand the one thing I want you to take from this today is that you are so much greater than you think that you are. And yesterday when we gathered together in that meditation, the whole bunch of us, there's 4 or 5 of us, we literally went to another place together. We moved. We went through time and space. Yes, our bodies stayed right where they were, but we went someplace together. And where we went was pure bliss. It was beautiful. So there's that need, full circle. At the beginning of this, I said that we have this physical being and all these crazy relationships we got to deal with. And we have all these lovely people, these lovely souls, this soul family that keeps coming in to us. And all of you are learning and growing and expanding all the time. And you're coming to this place where you too realize that when we go into this every day, I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to show you that you, in meditation, get to truly travel. You're traveling. You're seeing things. You're feeling things. Maybe your sight is not that developed yet, but you'll feel the energy of a different place. And as you sit there in that space, all of a sudden colors come and things start to happen. And then as you sit there and you let yourself go a little deeper, all of a sudden pictures start to form. You fall into that space of, okay, I've gone completely now. I'm in that space now of being able to see, being able to feel. Oh, I feel everything when I go there. And there's no fear there. There's absolutely no fear. It's a place of absolute no negative emotion, no fear. It's a place of no weight, no limit. Yeah, it was amazing. Listen, you can ask Carol. She was there with us. As we went through a tunnel, and I thought, man, I think we're going into heaven. You know how they tell you, don't go to the light. There's that cartoon, don't go into the light. Whatever you do, don't go into the light. We went into the light. And I thought, is this a good idea? For a second, my conscious self went, am I leading them someplace that I shouldn't be? You know, maybe maybe this isn't a good idea. And then it felt so good and comfortable. And we were so well protected. It was like, yeah, let's go, let's go. So it is possible. You do it in your dream state. You do it when you astral travel. When you're dreaming, you oftentimes will go to the place of your Akashic records. You will go into the other side. You will spend time with loved ones. You're traveling anyway. You may not be conscious of it, but you are already traveling. And so we just went in, made the choice to go in yesterday and see how deep we could go. And we were given the experience of, to the greatest extent that our body would handle it, because we're still in physical form, we were given the opportunity to feel what it's like to be in heaven or to be on the other side. Hi, Julie Kiss. And it was absolutely coming out of it. The only difficult part of that is we go in and it feels so good, and I didn't want to come back out. I knew that there was a time limit, that I couldn't keep everyone in there for too long, and I also know that I have a physicality that needs to be taken care of. And yet, when you go into that place, it feels so beautiful and so perfect that there's this sense of, I just want to stay here forever. I didn't want to bring everybody out. I just wanted to stay. And so, thank goodness we are so blessed now that when we go places like that, they allow us to bring that sense of bliss back with us so that we can remember what it feels like. So that when we start to get down, we start to have issues in life or whatever is going on, we're like, ugh, life is driving me crazy. We go, yeah, but I remember what heaven feels like. And it's okay. It's okay. And I can go back there anytime I like. I can sit down, I can meditate deeply, I can go back to that place of bliss anytime I need to. And I've been known to do that in the middle of Walmart. So just please know, I hope that you're working on meditation. I hope that you're allowing yourself that gift. Please know the door is open to you. I love that feeling when the message comes through and it's not my own. It did not come from my consciousness. It's like pure, absolute love flows through when that happens. It takes my breath away. There is no wall. There is no veil that keeps you from experiencing your loved ones or the love, the unconditional love that's on the other side. It's gone. And anytime you choose to go into that place, you allow yourself that gift. You can go deeply in, and you can experience your true self, and you can experience that unconditional love. Unconditional love is used too much. It doesn't even, that word is not big enough to describe what it feels like. There is, unconditional to me would be, well, there's some conditions out there that would affect it, that would, like there's something there that makes you say unconditional. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you got some things wrong, but I love you unconditionally anyway. Where on the other side, there isn't any conditions that could stop that love. It's so overwhelming. So unconditional can't possibly encapsulate the feeling that you would have there, because there are no conditions that could ever stop you. Does that make sense? So I am so thankful for you also, Kimberly. I'm glad that you're going. I love this coming to you guys completely blank and then having them come in and say, no, this is what they need to hear today. I love that because I really, really want to help more and more people. And please, I know I try not to be a big advertisement when I do these, but if you would like, if you're interested and feel safe and feel drawn to it, and you would like to start forming some of these meditation groups so we can go together and I can lead you to that place where you experience that bliss, absolute, total, and complete bliss, let me know. Because I am forming groups now. It's time to start working with this more because it's in that place where we find that joy and that bliss that we fully remember who we are more and more and more every time. We just keep developing. And as we do that, we're able to bring that energy to earth. As above, so below, that came through in our message yesterday. As above, so below. We're there. We are allowing ourselves, even though we're still sitting in physical form, we're allowing ourselves to experience heaven so that we can then say, that's what I want here. And we're powerful creators. And I need your help. We're all in this together. We need to be bringing that here because this world is crazy. The people on it are losing it. And it is time for us to step up. And how do we do that? We step up by creating bliss. We step up by enjoying bliss. So I keep getting this message like, you know how we're so physical and we want to do. We got to do this. We got to do that. We always got to be busy. We got to try to make something happen. And the message that keeps coming through to me is, no, you need to sit on the floor and meditate. And I'm like, but I got it. And they're like, no, you need to sit on the floor and meditate because that stuff that needs to be done, it can't pile. Those dishes, they could pile up to the ceiling and it's still not important. Not as important, anywhere near as important as bringing bliss in, is helping to bring this love energy into the planet right now so that we can continue to grow and change and evolve into a planet that no longer needs to kill one another, no longer needs to pass judgment, no longer needs to hurt, no longer needs to kill animals, no longer needs to have any of that. That's what we're coming to. But we have to bring it. That's our job. Isn't it cool that your job is bringing bliss into the world by experiencing bliss? Don't you love that you get to be a piece of that? So, yeah, I've lost so many loved ones. I feel that, Kimberly. It's been a very difficult time. It's definitely been difficult, and we're in this together. Know that those loved ones are so close. They haven't gone so far away. They're so close to you, within 3 feet. All you do is you work, you meditate, and you raise your vibration up higher and higher. They can't come down into that lower vibration. When they're in the vibration of love, they stay in the vibration of love. That's what's beautiful about the other side. It's all love and it's all connectivity. It's all connected. A part of them stays close to you. The part of them that was in physical form with you stays close all the time. No matter what they got to do on the other side, they still love their loved ones. Know that. And they're there and they're helping us and they're guiding us and they're helping us to pull that vibration up. And I think many times we lose loved ones for that purpose so that we can then seek them out. And as we're seeking them out, we learn to raise our vibration. And as we raise our vibration, we learn how to meet them halfway. Does that make sense? So you need help with that, let me know. Because it's something that I have worked desperately on for a very long time. Steve really, losing him was devastating. And in that painful place, I sought him in desperation. And I found him. And he's taught me so much. And those ones that you've loved, they're there, ready to teach you too. And ready to help you experience what they're experiencing. So you remember, oh, I get it. Death is not real. It's not even real. There is no death. Steve hates that word, so I had to say that. There is no death. It's only more life. We go from one form of energy to another form of energy, and we don't die. So please know that. There is no death. Death is all a lie. It's only our programming. We are programmed to think that we lost someone. They never really go away, I promise. I don't know if you need to hear that, but it's important. It's important for people to hear it more and more. There's a lot of loss this past year. So pass that along. They're not so far away. And they need you to know that. It makes me want to cry. They need you to hear that. You choose to suspend the separation to experience the love. Exactly. You set aside. That is so perfectly said, Carol. You set aside. We are so trained, wired to separate ourselves from God, from the universe, from the angels, from our true selves. Where it's so programmed into us that then we also separate ourselves from love and from each other, and we go around thinking this is just me. I'm just this little person walking around the planet. Everybody's kicking me around, and I'm just kind of all by myself in this. I like that, Carol. And the second you choose to suspend that belief system, you can still be separate if you want to sometimes. But separate yourself from the separation for a little while. Get together and allow yourselves to join up and see what happens. It's really miraculous. Open heart, open mind, yes, we need that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Life gets so much better when you open your mind and your heart. Not only better, that's where you find your bliss. I feel sorry for people who can't do that. I really do. People who refuse that. But everyone finds it eventually. Whether in physical form or out of physical form, everyone comes back to that love. It's just a gift to be able to find it while you're still physical, isn't it? Let's go ahead and go into some meditation. I did pull a card for us today, but I've talked so much and I don't know. I think it's more my card anyway. These are weird little cards, and you can read whatever you like on them. But the reading, my understanding as I look at it, is this is a man, even though he looks kind of uppity and he looks like he might just be ignoring those beautiful little fairies that are behind him. The truth is that man has been out playing in the forest with those fairies. He's been having a great time. He's been really enjoying himself. And he's been living in a place where he really wants to be. It's been a very blissful, beautiful place. And he has to choose to step out of it. It's time for a new change. It's time for a new beginning. So that's how I read the card, is that in order for us, sometimes we can find a comfort zone. We can find a place where we're very comfortable. We think this is good. I'm settled. I'm grounded. I'm happy right where I am. And then all of a sudden, everything changes. And you make this shift, and it's time to let go. And it's time to reinvent yourself again. And we are all collectively in a time of reinventing. So be aware of that. If you feel like people are stepping away from you, suddenly somebody that really loved you is not being so nice to you, or are you just not feeling the same connections to people that you felt before, please know that you are in a time of great change. And it's okay to let go. I know today my shoulder started popping again, and I thought, here we go. Every time I'm in a moment, in a time where I need to let somebody or something go and not hold on so tightly, this shoulder goes out on me, and I'm like, okay, I get the message. You don't need to make it worse. Just be aware of that. Your body holds the score. Sometimes it'll repeat. Those things will repeat to say, you're holding on too tight. It's like I've got a hold of the life rope, and I'm just holding on for dear life. And in my sleep, I'm probably holding on, and that shoulder gets pulled right out of the socket every time. And I'm not physically doing it, so I know that it's a spiritual thing. So be aware of your body and the way that it tells you things too. And that's all I got for you. Let's go into some meditation. For somebody that didn't have anything to say when I started it, I talked a lot. I hope you got what you needed from that today. All right, take a big breath. Let's just relax for a few minutes. I want to show you, if you are willing to trust me for a moment. We're going to see if we can't find that place of bliss, anyone who's willing to allow it. So you're putting your feet down on the floor, and you're allowing yourself to feel connected to the earth. Let the earth kind of tether you. She comes in and she's like, okay, I got you. And she roots you right to where you are. So your body is perfectly safe right where it is. You're not ever, as long as you do that, you're perfectly safe to go exploring. So we're calling in Archangel Michael also. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. We're going to call in Archangel Michael for protection for each one of you. I am already seeing those little bubbles, the waves of bubbles that just came right back to me. We're going in, guys. Enjoy this. So I want you to see yourself. You're all fully protected and safe here. And if there's any healing needed, we're calling in Archangel Raphael. Any emotions that are just off the wall that need some help, we'll call in Archangel Uriel for some balancing of your emotions. Itchy nose. Archangel Gabriel for any clarity. And anyone that you want to call in just to be by your side, please feel free to do that. As long as they're there for your highest and good, you can call in a loved one. Steve is already here. I feel him. It's like he just comes in when I say that. I feel him at my back, hands on my shoulders, standing behind me. For those who are energy sensitive, feel his energy. It's beautiful. So each one of us has an angel behind us. That's the sense that I'm getting. You have an angel behind you protecting you as you go on this little rendezvous. So just rest yourself and relax. Let go of your shoulders. Relax that forehead. Relax all your muscles. Try not to fight it. Don't brace. There's nothing to be afraid of in this place. As we go into this place, there is really nothing there right now. It's an empty void. Because as we step into it, we fill it with our beautiful energy. So as you see this space, we're all standing at this, what looks like a portal. And it's dark on the other side and you can't see anything. And if you need to, reach out and hold my hand, I'll help you. We're going to step in. So just kind of step through that hole carefully. And as you do, the essence of who you are fills that space. And all of us are filling that space together. And suddenly there's light. Different colors of light. I see glitters and I see such a beautiful place. It's just nothing, there's nothing here that's solid. It's nothing but energy. All of you have beautiful energy. I want you just to enjoy the feel of that for a moment. Our energy is just intertwining. You don't blend together, but you just kind of mix into this space. And it's very playful. The energy is amazing. Well done. And I want you to imagine for a moment. I want you to imagine that as you are in this space and all of us here together, I have one question. If you were recreating this beautiful planet that we live on, I want you to choose something right now to create, something that you'd like to put here. See yourself creating it. It doesn't have to be what's already here. You can create anything you'd like. What would you see on this new planet? Allow yourself to fall into that third eye. Turn it around. You have a movie screen in your head. It's backwards. It doesn't look out like your eyes do. It looks back behind into the middle of your head. See a movie screen there. So what do you see there? Energy's coming in so beautiful. See a field of flowers and healthy bees buzzing around and butterflies. I hear music. Louis Armstrong singing Fields of Green. What do you see? What will you add? I see a crystal clear sky. There's no sounds of anything. that humanity would create here. It's silent. Birds are singing, but there's nothing like engines or no noise pollution. Just birds. Bees buzzing. Flutter of butterfly wings go by. And the earth seems to hum a tune all her own. I feel the peacefulness. Animals everywhere starting to come through the trees. And there's no aggression, there's no need to hurt one another. They're just coming in to greet you. Big and small. Nothing is in bondage. They're just free. They just go wherever they want to go. There's no fear. And you are free to do the same. You can be anything you'd like here. You can choose to be that baby lamb. You can be the lion. You can be the eagle and the bluebird. You can be fairies, dragons. What do you see? What do you want to be? Do you want to fly? Just jump up and fly over the top of everything. See yourself moving easily. If you want to lay down and just look at the clouds, you can do that too. Wherever you set your sight, something beautiful pops up, coming from your energy. That's yours. You brought that. Feel that sense of bliss inside of you. That is your truth. This place, it's you. It comes from you. It is you. I could keep us here all day. It's so beautiful. Feel that solar plexus in the heart. That's where you're feeling. What's that? What is that like? That expansiveness. It's as if all of a sudden they just pour in this beautiful love right there, and you just feel like, oh, if I could just take in a little more, and a little more, and a little more. It's so perfect. Another wave, beautiful. A few more minutes, just relax. We'll pull back out in just a little bit. Let your soul have this. I just saw a whole ocean of gumballs, brightly colored gumballs. That was the craziest thing. Who's thinking of gumballs? Candy doesn't hurt your teeth here. It doesn't make you fat. You can have as much candy as you like. You can create a rainbow of Skittles if you like. Then you can stand under it with your mouth open. Suddenly we're walking through Candyland. We almost have the munchies. Rivers of chocolate. Giant pie. Coconut cream, to be specific, my favorite. Have fun. Let your soul enjoy this time. I see you all now. You got big sticky faces. It's been fun. And I'm so grateful to you for joining me in this adventure. You have created such a beautiful, if I could paint the picture, there's so much color. Everything is bright and beautiful and clean and pure. Coming from those beautiful souls of yours. we're going to bring some of this back with us. Please remember how this feels to come to this place. Please remember that you can come back here at any moment. This is what it feels like. Bring yourself back anytime. I want you to find yourself a little treasure, whatever you like. It might be a bright gumball, it might be a rock, it might be a little statue of a bird, or anything you'd like. And put it in your pocket. And we're going to just fly back over to that little gateway. We're meeting there together. And I know you want to stay. I promise we'll come back. Bring this love with you. Bring it out. Carry the bliss home. Stuff your pockets with it. And once you're ready, I want you to step back through that little gateway. And as you do, you kind of feel that heaviness return. You'll feel it feel your feet first. Start at the feet. And you touch down on the ground. And that energy comes back into your feet. And up your legs. Bringing health and vitality to everyone. Remember, you are powerful. You are healthy. You are strong. Filled with potential. And it's coming all the way back up into your spine. Take a big breath and pull all that love energy all the way through. All of your chakras are spinning beautifully, perfectly centered, grounded in that space of bliss. Thanking all the angels for assisting. Thanking Archangel Michael for his protection. Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, it's Gabriel. All of them. And the Ascended Master, Source Energy. All of your loved ones that joined us and all of your higher selves. I'm so grateful. This beautiful expansiveness that you all brought into this meditation. So as you come back into your physical, you begin to feel all that energy moving through you. Asking Archangel Michael to protect each one of you today, severing any cords between us, allowing us each to stand in our own energy, bringing that love with you though. Keep the love always. As you're fully back in, I hope that you can pull yourself back in. If you can't, don't operate any heavy equipment anytime soon. You guys have a beautiful day today. I'm going to try to come on at 3:33. Geraldine is unavailable. I haven't heard back from Carol yet, so I don't know for sure if Carol is going to. She's here now. I don't know if Carol will be able to join me, but we're gonna do something today. We'll do something at 3:33. We're gonna let Spirit bring us into something today at 3:33 on Silent Mystic. So I hope that you'll join us. Please take good care of yourselves today. I will see you again tomorrow. I love you guys. You're so welcome, guys. Take good care. Bye. You're welcome, Kimberly. Rebecca.